Not so a
not.
bit far because Asia to Europe, but many people using motorbike also. But now it's cold.
Buat masa situ juga lah. Tadi saya tak lama buat motor. Ni jambatan ni nanti kita naik dekat tu. Naik bot tu. Tu kan. Naik bot tu kita akan lalu dekat jambatan ni. Bawah ni. Bosphorus. Jambatan ada nama Bosphorus. Makan dulu. Makan pergi lunch dulu baru naik bot. Kena saman dah. Polis. Kena dah.
Polis tu.
Kenapa semua kena pergi kat situ?
Itu kata dekat polis lah.
Tak kena tahan tu.
Yang depan pakai mat, yang belakang pakai mat.
Kita lalu kat ni.
Ni bukan kereta api, bas ni.
Bas.
Ni bas panjang.
Panjang ni bas.
Kereta ni. Ya, cruise bawah ni.
Okay, Bosphorus again. So the Asian side, where we are still, and when you look behind of us, you see the Menuju Mosque, where we are coming from. So just look at how it looks gorgeous. And right side there is another monumental. This is one of the palace from the Ottoman Empire, Beylerbeyi. So the 19th century, every Ottoman Sultan built a palace for themselves. So it shows us that's why economy going deep, and that's why they're getting weak. And you see there is another monumental building which has got 2 towers. So that is the one of the oldest military school. Also our founder Mustafa Kemal Atatürk studied his high school in there. Okay, so the left side of us, you see there is like a peninsula between the 2 continentals. This is like another continental. You see the minarets over there. That is the Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque together. So tomorrow we're gonna visit those areas, historical peninsula. So the Bosphorus starts from the historical peninsula. When you look far away, you see the ship at the Marmara Sea. It starts from here and it goes to Black Sea all along this part. You see the second bridge. Yesterday we used that bridge for passing from Europe to Asia. Okay, so Istanbul is one of the oldest settlements in the world. So the first settlement was built where the Hagia Sophia and the Topkapı Palace is situated. And the first name of this city was Pisas. Pisa's was one of the son of king of a Greek king, and he decided to find a new place to build a city for himself and his team, his soldiers and him. So he decided to this journey, and they reached to this part. And before this journey, he asked the oracle. It was very famous in those times. Every strong people, kings, sultans, they wanted to know future. So that's why every sultan and the king has got the oracles or wise men. So the oracle said that he would build a city opposite where the blind people living. He didn't understand anything, of course, but when he reached to that peninsula, when he saw the Bosphorus view, so he fell in love, and he surprised how beautiful it is. But he realized that at the Asian side, so there are houses and the chimneys smoking, and he realized people were living in there. And he surprised again, why people living there instead of this beautiful place? They must be blind. And he remembered the words of the oracle, and he decided to build the city opposite where the blind people living. Okay, so this is like a mythological foundation of the Istanbul. So they were calling this city until Constantine with this name, Pisa's. So the Roman Empire, right? So the Roman Empire, they were calling Anatolia with the name of from Asia. So the Roman Empire has got the states. So this part they were calling Minor Asia or from Asia. And the governor was living at the Pisa's in Istanbul. But 4th century, just remember there was a big Turkish nomadic people immigration from Middle Asia to Europe and to Asia, to Mesopotamia area, and the southeast part and the east part of the Anatolia. So with this big immigration, so the ethnics changing, and the Roman Empire divided two parts. And another reason was religion, Christianity. Because in those times Christianity was rising, and with the leadership of the Saint Paul, and the Barnabas, so they have 4 journeys from Jerusalem to Europe, and with these journeys they introduce Christianity. So most of the people, they started to joining to Christianity. So the governor has to accept this new religion because all public already joined. So he declared Christianity as an official religion, and he declared the East Roman. So Roman Empire divided, and he rebuilt the Istanbul city, and afterwards they started to calling this city with the name of City of Constantine. What it means, Constantinopolis. Okay. Afterwards, so they donated all city, all the peninsula with the churches, monasteries, these kind of the monumental buildings, and they decided to build Hagia Sophia. Hagia Sophia was the center of Orthodox belief. As you know, in Christianity, there are Catholics. They belong to Rome, Vatican, right? Direct to Papa or Pope. But Orthodox in Anatolia, they belong to Hagia Sophia. Hagia Sophia is the main church of the Orthodox belief. So they were calling Constantinopolis, or they were calling Nova Roma, New Rome. Also Rome has got the 7 hill city. Also Istanbul has got 7 hills. We are calling Istanbul the city which has got 7 hills. And it proceeds until Mehmet II, the Sultan of Ottoman Empire. when he was 21 years old, so that he conquered Istanbul. That was a legendary siege. It proceeded months, but he couldn't conquer Istanbul. But they found a way to pass the walls of the Byzantines, because the Byzantine walls until that time they were the strongest. Also, you're gonna see the ruins of the wall during our visitation of Istanbul everywhere. Okay. So they tried to take all the ships over the hill, and then they reached the Golden Horn. So now where we are going to the bay. So the Byzantine forces, so that they shocked how they carried all these ships, and they make panic, and afterwards they find a way with the bombs from the wall, so they shoot it, and then they damage the wall, so people focus on the other side from the Byzantine side, so that they have a chance to enter the city, and they conquered the Istanbul with this legendary plan. So afterwards, Istanbul, or they were still calling during the whole Ottoman time with this name Constantinia or Constantinopolis. So the name changed after the Republic of Turkey to Istanbul. So after 1924-25, the name of the city changed to Istanbul. Okay. So Istanbul was the capital city of the East Romans. After Renaissance, the historians, they were calling this empire with the name of Byzantine Empire or Byzantium Empire. This because of the name of the city. And afterward, it was the capital city of the Ottoman Empire. What it means during these two biggest empire, it was donated lots of monumental, historical, religious buildings as well. You can see the almost all architecture style of the old era architectures in this city as well. So that's why 2010 Istanbul was the cultural capital city of the world. It was. So it has got lots of the districts also. Now we are at the Beşiktaş. Have you heard Beşiktaş?
No.
It was a famous football team.
Oh.
The symbol is the eagle. Now we're gonna see the symbol, the statue of my team. I am the very big fan of the Beşiktaş. Okay. Galatasaray. Disgusting. Fenerbahçe, okay. But Galatasaray, disgusting. Okay, so this is the palace, the last palace of Ottoman Empire. Left hand side. So you see Dolmabahce Palace, 19th century. And the architect of these buildings were Armenians. So today in all over the world, so the people or the countries, they claim that so the Ottomans, they kill all Armenians, but so the Armenians, like the people at the Ottoman Empire, very high position they were working. So the all architects of these buildings were Balyan family. They were the Armenians, of course. So that we haven't got any problem with anybody during the whole history actually. And the Armenians, the most friendship, the nation of Ottoman Empire, they were called in those times. But you know, the world is changing, so the people of politics, they were using these things as well.
This building called?
Dolmabahce Palace. So this is the palace. During our boat cruise, you're gonna see better all the building, okay? So that you can understand easily. It composed 3 sections. The first one where the normal people can enter, and the mid part, so that is like level up. So the ministries or the presidents or the kings, sultans, they were welcomed. And then the last section of the palace, that is family of the sultan, where the family and the sultan were living as well. So the right side of us, you see this stadium. The capacity is like 40,000, over 40,000 people as well. And today in Beşiktaş Club, so that we have elections. We choose the new president, inshallah. And Dolmabahce Mosque belongs to, and during the 19th century, that kind of the watchtower was very common. So they donated all country that kind of the watch towers as well. Okay. So Beşiktaş district is today very crowded place where all the cafes, all eating places where the university students hanging out, we can say that. Okay. Lots of the museums also, lots of the concert places, the concert halls as well in here. So in Istanbul we have lots of the universities, the old one, the new one, the private one as well. There are lots of the universities. Also Istanbul is one of the best place for the students, university students. Nowadays it's not easy to study, of course, because of the prices maybe. But if you are studying in Istanbul, you are a very lucky student as well. You have lots of the options as well. Especially if you study art, right?
Oh,
Or art history, these kind of things. Istanbul is very rich about these sources. Okay, please be ready and don't forget anything, because during the a few hours we don't meet with our driver, so that's why bus will be following us. Okay, so one of the best example of the university, this is our like very important university, art, beautiful art, Mimar Sinan. Mimar Sinan, just remember the Sinan, architect, the head architect of the Ottoman Empire, Mimar Sinan University. Left hand side you see the very luxury part, upmarket places, right? Lots of the brandy the shops in here. This is the new port, Galata port. We just completed at the end of the pandemic. So cruise ships, they stopped in here, and they were the one of the ship you see parked over there. So Galata port, new fashion. So this part is the most famous part of the Istanbul tourist places, and also where the local people spending their daily life actually. So after this part, the Beşiktaş district end, and now there is another district, Beyoğlu. Beyoğlu, also one of the oldest district of the oldest settlement of the Istanbul, we can say that. So the empire life, empire family was at the historical peninsula, and all ministers or the important people or the local people, they were living from this part, in this part of the Istanbul. And now the right hand side of us, that is the center of the Istanbul. There is in every big cities, in all over the world, there are squares, right, like Times Square. So in Istanbul we have Taksim Square, and Taksim Square, there is one famous street, Istiklal Street, where the all street food, the shops, cafes, lots of things you can find in there. So it's not in our program, but we check the time. If you have energy, maybe we can. If everybody wants to go to Taksim Square, maybe we can go there
Tram.
later on. Okay, optional. We can try. Okay, please be ready. We have got chance to stop too much where our driver drop us off. Okay. Left hand side, Karaköy. We are calling Karaköy. Dark village, black village. So renovation
Karaköy.
to these days very often. And there are now lots of the boutique hotels and the sitting areas, restaurants, nightlife. Also, this part of Istanbul, it's very alive. Okie dokie. Lovely jungle.
Bagi lunch, bagi makan. Oh.
Kodumun çocuğu. İnsan oldu. Amına kodumun oldu ya.
Dekat sini bandar Lima banyak lah ni. Terang ni di tempat tu. Bandar dia. Lepas tu ramai budak-budak universiti sini.
Taksi falan
Dia
zaten.
macam KL lah sini. Kurang.
Geç diyor.
Pengen dia lah menamuk.
Okay. So,
Nerede ineceksin?
nerede ineceğim? İşte
Nereye yakın?
nereydi lan? Ananı sikeyim. Unuttum. Karaköy tarafında mıydı lan?
Mana dia nak berhenti ni?
Vay ananı avradını.
Fish restaurant.
İlk ayakta ineceğim ya.
Ramai lah.
Öyle mi?
Cantik tu. Ada burung.
Abi Karaköy tarafında mıydık biz? Yok. Karaköy tarafı. Tamam geliyorum.
Galata. Galata.
Ortada mı ineceksin?
Aha kanka şeyde.
Ramainya manusia memancing.
Budan.
Fishing.
Beynim döndü.
Nerede kavga var ama?
Gene mi kavga var?
Ramainya mancing.
Çarptılar mı ama?
Beğenmedikleri adamlar hemen kovalıyorlar.
Okay, so opposite of us, you see the Topkapı Palace at the corner, and the Hagia Sophia, and this is the Galata Bridge, Galata Bridge, and this is
Kita kena
the
turun
bay,
sini.
the natural bay we are calling Golden Horn, Haliç, Golden Horn. Okay,